leaders from FIS joining today to provide a general overview of FIS and the types of businesses that we do. We also would like to share some stories on innovation and partner collaboration that played a key role in our past, current, and future strategic goals. In this session, we'll be covering two primary LOBs, namely payments and the capital markets. So let me first start by welcoming Kaushik Chatterjee, VP with FIS. Kaushik is a seasoned fintech leader with primary responsibilities in the capital market space. He focuses on trade surveillance, commercial and auto lending, amongst others. He's been with FIS for over 15 years and is leading the technology and services team within the capital market space. Welcome, Kaushik. Now, I would also like to welcome Pranshu Gupta. Pranshu is a senior director with FIS in the payments domain, and with over 25 years in the banking and payment space, he's driven innovative solutions to our clients across instant, wholesale, retail payments. He's also spearheading the innovation task force within FIS India. Hey, Pranshu.
Thank you.
I'm also very eager and happy to welcome Manoj Joshi. Manoj too is a senior director in FIS, working on the enterprise payments, credit, retail payments, and the loyalty space. He has over 30 years of experience, largely in the payments domain, and focuses on product development and consulting. I'm super excited to have the three of you within this group, and I would now call upon Kaushik to probably start off and give us a view of the capital market space within FIS. Kaushik, over to you.
Thank you, Karthik, and hello, everyone. My name is Kaushik Chatterjee. I've been with FIS, as Karthik mentioned, for 15 plus years now in capital markets, and prior to joining FIS, I have played different roles, starting with an experience in Philips, followed by CMC, where I was working in government treasury, and last but not the least in Oracle Financial Services. So FIS Capital Markets provides a breadth of solutions that caters to the investment banking side. So broadly, we are classified into lines of businesses with suite of products in spaces like treasury and risk, that looks after cash management, enterprise credit risk, asset and liability management. Then we have the lending suite of products, which caters to commercial lending. When we say commercial lending, this is about enterprises that avail of commercial loans for their business growth, along with asset and auto leasing. Next line of business is about investment operations, which focuses on asset management and alternative investments. And then we have the trading and processing compliance suite of products, which looks at market makers and the front to back of trading, including execution at exchanges. Now, capital markets, as you can see, covers suite of products addressing different needs of a very large customer base. When we talk of the business, we also look at the disruptions happening in this space. What is the capital markets industry going through in terms of change, the digital transformation, the various disruptions? So just to give a very brief highlight of what is happening in each of these spaces, there is cash management, where the companies that were on things like Excel, we all know that financial institutions still love the Excel, are moving to our products into SaaS and cloud. So that's on the treasury space. When we look at enterprise risk, we have firms again looking at new set of models and extreme high speed computation of the models, so that near real time enterprises can compute the risks that they have. As we move to the commercial lending space, it's again need for speed, the ability to say yes to a commercial loan as fast as possible. And that's what our customers are asking us for, and that's how we are trying to drive digital transformation there. And then On the trading space, as I said, it's front to back of trading. We are building the next gen solutions as our clients are looking for reducing the cost of trading, and the speed to the market is in nanoseconds and even further below. Now, with all of this, as is in fintech, there is the need for regulations, and we provide all the regulatory reports responding to the regulators which our clients need as fast as possible. So that's a quick overview of what's happening in the capital markets, what customer base we serve, and our suite of products. So Karthik, back to you.
Thank you, Kaushik. I think that had a broad spectrum of things that we do, and I think it gives a great overview. So I'll move you to you, Manoj. Maybe you can also shed some light on the payments domain that we have within FIS.
Yeah, thank you, Karthik. I think it's very heartening to see, you introducing me to this forum of Innovate 48 Partner Edition. So I welcome all of them who are, listening to this forum as well. And I'm delighted to be part of this forum today. So thanks for that. And I think the introduction you've already given, a good introduction. Yeah, I do have, just to recap, 30 years of experience where I've got around 25 years of experience in just payment domain. And also, I've been worked on the international markets, especially the UK and the European markets, to understand the payment when it started long back in 1997 onwards, correct? So that's something payment is like, something which I have really worked on, entire my career, if you look at it that way. Okay. Yeah. To start with, in terms of line of business in the payment world, we have got banking and payments. So payment is a very, very, specific vertical which we have. Correct, and it's also part of we call it card and money movements. Correct, so it is kind of the name suggests we all deal with the cards and the money movements, or the business to business movements of the money which is happening within it. Correct, so it's a very specific name given to that. And in terms of cards and money movement, we have got in the payment world, like we have got applications which are like enterprise payments. For example, we have got OPF, Open Payment Framework. Correct. So it is a kind of a B2B application, which is built for the real time and the batch payments, basically. Correct? So it's a kind of a framework which provides you all those facility. It also supports in terms of different schemes, payment schemes around the world. For example, it has got RTP, the real time payment, or the wires, or the Fed in the US area, correct? And it also has got SEPA, or SEPA Inst, and other payment schemes in the European market as well, and the APAC market we also cater for. So it's a kind of a entire suite which is catering for the B2B market in the world. And also, apart from that, because we are on the card part of it, so we do have certain application in the credit and the debit space, which is the largest which we have in our forum. You can just imagine, if I'm just talking about in terms of cards and then credit and the debit kind of it is like almost we are doing 54 billion transactions and 2 billion of revenue from that stream, correct? So it speaks volume about what kind of things we are achieving in the FIS world, correct? Apart from that, we do have programs which is loyalty, the loyalty and the reward solutions, which are integrated with our card solutions, correct? So that's complement to our solutions within FIS as well, correct? And then, because we are card and payments, we are doing that. So we have got fraud solutions which are integrated with it, correct? So it all comes with the fraud integrated with that part of it to ensure that we are doing our transactions safely, correct? And we are, so that's a combined suite of products which is within us, correct? So that is one segment. The other segment which comes from the business side is the retail payments, correct? So that's another larger area which we have. In terms of bill payments, if you look at it, retail is like you want to do any electricity bill, or you want to do some transactions, using the billers. Basically, all the billers can be introduced into your system, and anybody wants to pay the bills around in the US or any other market, they can easily use our applications to do the on the go. It's kind of a solution on the mobile or in the web-based applications. You can directly do those transactions to the billing, correct? So if you look at the entire payment gamut of the application which we have, these are the things areas we cover end to end. So we have got solutions around it. A lot of work has been done in that area. Again, we do a lot of collaboration with the different entities to ensure that our solutions which are in the market, they are market focused, customer focused, correct, and the user focused, correct. So that focus on the centricity on the customer and our users is the main point where we want to innovate. We want to ensure we are able to provide the right solution to the right market, because every market has got a different way of working and utilizing the payments, correct. So you have to look at those markets. So it's not just US, I'll say. FIS as a global organization caters for the multiple organizations within different countries, to ensure our solutions are branded and sold in those markets very carefully, to ensure that our customers are happy, our users are also happy using those applications, right? So that's our customers are also happy in that sense, right? So these are all the gamuts of the application. So I think, yeah, it gives a just overview of the application which we have, but we can continue if you have more questions, Karthik.
Absolutely, Manoj. I think you tried to show the number of products that we have that show us the entire life cycle of payment. So I think that's a great overview. And I'll probably move to you, Pranshu. You are also spearheading the innovation task force within FIS. It would probably be nice for us to hear what are the key initiatives we've done from an innovation standpoint within FIS and probably within some specific domains.
Sure. Thank you, Karthik. Indeed, a great opportunity to present various innovation opportunities which we've got at FIS across the ecosystem. So we really branded this Innovate in 48 as one of our key initiative, which started almost like 7-8 years ago within FIS, and it continues to evolve and expand its footprint across the FIS and beyond. So let me tell you how it is within the FIS and beyond. Within FIS, we've got an employee edition wherein we invite all of our employees to participate and create those new innovative offerings. My colleague Manoj talked about all the different payment mechanisms through which we offer credit card, debit payments, loyalty payments, as well as the bank-to-bank payments. And then we've got offerings on top of it, which is like the bill of payment, etc. Similarly, on the capital market side, my colleague Kaushik talked about various capital market offerings in the trade risk space that we have. So these provide a good opportunity for our employees to create new solutions and help us talk about them with our customers. And we invite our customers to also participate in another client edition of the same Innovate in 48. So we do an internal innovation, we partner with our clients, and finally, we've got this Innovate in 48 partner edition, which we are currently talking in, where we invite the outside perspective from various experts and the startups to demonstrate what is that they are looking at as the key opportunities in the fintech space and how they find it complementary to the products that FIS has across the globe, across the different aspects of the fintech. So this really helps us get an inside to outside perspective and an outside to inside perspective of the various innovation opportunities which exist in the fintech space.
Yeah, thank you, Pranshu. I think that was a great highlight of all the activities that we are doing. And I think that is the spotlight for the entire 2 days of innovation that we are doing today and for the main event that follows this. So thank you, Pranshu. So Kaushik, back to you. From a product standpoint, from a domain standpoint, if you could help us understand the future trends that we have and also highlight on some key products that we are currently having within FIS that would be of interest. Maybe that would shed some more light on the domain.
Sure. Thanks, Karthik. As I was mentioning, right, there is overall fintech and specifically in capital markets, there is a lot of disruption. Our clients, like never before, are being challenged to look at their business models, operate differently, drive efficiency, so accelerate value delivery for their end customers at the most optimum cost. So let's take treasury as an example. Like I was saying, we've got a product on the treasury space, and cash management needs to be done very optimally. And the clients that we have operate in different space. Some are very large scale enterprises, some are much smaller banks. Now, we needed to look at ways to help them to do their business more efficiently. Some of the large corporates, they realize that the investment that they have made in their infrastructure, etc., is now non-sustainable. The kind of IT team they need, etc., is not going to work. And they came back to us and said, let's look at a SaaS-based cloud deployment of the cash management system. So that's where we started to look at modernizing the platform and looking at a SaaS-based cash management system. So that's a little on the treasury space. Again, responding swiftly to what our clients need. We all know that while cloud has been there for a very long time, in financial services, the clients are still a little circumspect with respect to data security, etc. But they're coming around. Now, I'll quickly jump over to the commercial lending, where we are seeing a lot of growth. It's an investment area for us also. And like I said, there was one ask from a lot of the clients that financial spreading is a very manual, tedious task. You've got a lot of accounting files or accounts that are in PDF that needs to be scanned. And how can we do that in an automated mode, low touch, no touch, and drive significant efficiency and reduce the human efforts there. So that's another area where we are using a lot of open source tools, etc., to accelerate the financial spreading in commercial lending space. Another area in the asset leasing space also, where we have this electric vehicles coming in. So what does it mean for asset leasing? What kind of different models should be there? And can we use different technologies to be able to predict maybe things like a driver's behavior, and then look at what should be the lease premium, etc. So all these kinds of stuff coming from our clients, and we are responding very actively, driving innovation. And one important thing that I always share is, it's not technology, it is business that drives the innovation, and then technology is just a toolkit or a solution for the same. We are also leveraging AI and even exploring things on the Gen AI stuff to accelerate. But here was a quick sneak peek on what's happening. Back to you, Karthik.
Thank you, Kaushik. I think the summary was spot on. I think how you look at technology and how you look at innovation is broadly classifying how are we looking at future trends that happen within the domain. So Manoj, maybe I would like you to take a dig on how we look at it from a payments standpoint.
I think, yeah. So I think Kaushik summed up, the kind of a technology stack what we're talking within FIS. I think those are the really the tech stack. I think in terms of what we have, I think in this age of digitization and disruption, we say digitization and disruption together nowadays, correct? I think the platform as a service kind of a solution, correct? I'm not talking about that. So these are with the partnership is very, very important for the growth, correct? A kind of, I'll say, plug and play kind of a solutions, which can solve or enrich the functionality of a product is a key consideration for growth in the shared economy, correct? So nowadays, it's not like I'm the only one, it's a kind of a shared economy. You have platforms which you're using it, correct? Now the question comes in, why do we need this kind of solutions in the market? Why do we say shared economy and platform as a service as we are doing? Okay? Because what will happen, it will bring efficiency to the solution. You can have quick to the market solutions, achieve competitiveness advantage, and value to your customers and customer. So these are the areas, when you do these kind of things, you bring into the marketplace, correct? Now, in terms of technology stack, we are doing a lot of work in the AI space, correct? We have done AI. Now, again, suddenly when I'm talking disruption, AI is also disrupted. Saying Gen AI now come into the picture, correct? So this whole scenario of changing day in, day out, I think we need to keep pace with it. To keep pace with this kind of a thing, when FIS is a large organization, correct? It has got a lot of marquee products around it in the payment I told you about it. So to keep pace with it, I think also we need partners, for example, startups to be very frank, correct? So in turn, who are really keen on this new technology stack, where they are developing few solutions, correct? Looking at the market, which is more relevant to the market, correct? For example, if they look at the FIS as a market, I think the solutions should be more in terms of what they can bring onto the table. For example, loyalty solutions which we have, correct? What they can do using those AI or Gen AI kind of a thing, which will make, which make our product more attractive, using those smaller solutions which are in the new tech stack, right? Rather than reinventing the wheel itself inside it. So I think those kind of things we need to look at it, from our partners as well, where any superior AI ML based solutions which are for example, fraud detection, right? So there are solutions which are fraud detection. We do have those kind of things, but any superior AI ML, I'm trying to put it here, which are more efficient, which can bring some value to our, and the regulatory compliance software which are there in that case, okay? Because that will really help our business, our customer, to take the informed decisions, correct, based on the data and the predictive analysis which those softwares can bring into the picture, correct? So products which can complement us in a way that both the parties can grow together. I think that is what the trend is, and that is what we'd like to see in the future.
Thank you, Manoj. I think you read my mind, because I had some questions on that I did want to ask, and I think it provides the segue for me to go to Pranshu. Pranshu, I think I'm going to take a cue from what Manoj said, right? So when we talk about partners, when we talk about collaboration, we're looking at where they can complement us. So what is the take of FIs? What is your personal take on how we look at building, buying, and startup integration, startup collaboration? And also, why should startup come to FIS? What are we providing to them, and how can we do this together?
Thank you, Karthik. So indeed, Manoj and Kaushik did provide a very good and elaborate perspective of the various opportunities that we are tracking with respect to the offerings which we have, as well as the possibilities which lie in front of us for the lines of businesses. I would add to that, from the startups perspective, FIS has got a fairly matured two different ways in which we engage with startups. We've got, and that is really driven by the different stages at which a startup can be. We've got a FIS venture program, and we've got an FIS accelerator program. So typically the early stage startups would be the ones that will go into an accelerate program so as to really pull themselves up from the early stage into a mid stage, like a series A, B kind of funding, or in the later stage of their funding rounds, which is where the FIS venture capital comes in, which is a typical corporate venture capital. And we identify through this program, Innovative 48 Partner Edition, our key driver and motive is to identify those startups, which, as Manoj and Kaushik talked about, can complement our solutions. So we have got the breadth of solutions. These are very stable, matured platforms, which we run and provide solutions across the globe. We operate in more than 100 countries, and we've got solutions in different business domains across these countries offered to our customers. So the play for the startups is going to be, if there are those specific offerings which you have, which can really help us bridge the last mile and offer a solution which is quick time to market, we are there for you, and we would like to partner with you. The opportunity can be through our venture capital arm, through if you are an early stage, it could be through the if you're an early stage, it will be the venture capital, or it will be the FIS Accelerate program if you are in that stage. And if not any of these, as we are selling solutions to our customers, there are some products where we create custom solutions for our customers as well. So there we include the startups, and we've got multiple case studies where we've used the startups to offer that specific solution in a particular geography to our customers, which is integrated very well within our core offering. So that also is another opportunity which we try to leverage with the partner ecosystem which is out there.
Thank you, Pranshu. I think there are wide opportunities that startups have, and they should be excited to see the different avenues we have depending upon the stage that they are in. Right. Thank you. Kaushik, maybe the last word to you. Do you want to share some more light on how do you see build versus buy and how do you see startups?
Yeah, sure, Karthik. I think, as Pranchu very appropriately pointed out, that there are cases and situations where we would probably look at time to market. For example, there is already a product in the market, and we need to build something. That is a time then it is, if it makes sense, it's probably quicker to have certain form of partnership. It could be an acquisition, it could be some kind of a partnership that is taken there. When it makes sense to build, we definitely look at building it. And then the most important aspect is, the startup partnership, as Pranshu was also talking about. FIS has a suite of products, and then there are certain clients or geographies where we see a distinct gap. I'll give a very recent example. There's a lot of I think there's a lot of interest, there's a lot of action happening on ESG, right? And FIS is also working on the ESG piece. But like, for example, I spoke of commercial lending. Given the carbon footprint and everyone is conscious about it, the financial institutions want to assess ESG scores of a prospective uh, commercial loan requester. Now, FIS can integrate this piece, but FIS would look to partner with someone who is already providing ESG scores or ratings. That's a partnership equation. Doesn't make sense to get into the play there. There could be other such areas where it's not into our core product play. We are entering into a new geography, and there are certain requirements for that geography, which is not there anywhere else, and it's not directly related to the product. Opportunity for a startup. And why should a startup partner with FIS? Number one, fintech player, very strong with our suite of products and the domain. So the startup gets to understand the domain, how our clients work, and that's a great learning for them. And that's how I look at the startups in the ecosystem, as also Manoj spoke about it, right? Today we have to play in a platform ecosystem, and FIS is providing a solution but needs to partner to provide that platform to the client as a solution to deliver value to them. So that's my 2 cents on it, Karthik. Back to you.
Absolutely. I think between the three of you have summarized beautifully the domains that we have, the products that we have, and the collaboration that we can look for. While there are a lot of steps and processes involved in startups trying to get these access, this is an avenue and this is a form where they can definitely find that route. And I wish all of them, all the best in their attempt to get there. So thank you everybody once again for being part of this panel. It was a joy talking to all of you. I'm sure the audience also enjoyed it as much. So once again, thank you so much, and have a great day, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Karthik,
Karthik.
Manoj, and
Yeah,
Kaushik.
thanks, Pranchu. Thanks, Kaushik.